welcome to the Olympian Table on this cold day in Houston, actually. It's turned pretty cold the last few days, which is sort of fairly unusual. I don't know if it's, not that bad for this time of year, but
Summer.
it seems really cold.
Summer is in fall. Well, we really don't have fall. We just kind of have winter and summer, and it is gone. It is definitely gone. And it's been a little bit chilly, so I'm in my winter attire. I might throw my hoodie on if it gets too chilly, in here. So, it is what it is. But I like it. I like it because I can keep my thermostat off. I don't have to run my heat, in the house. I just we got it on 62.
You should donate your heat to, Ukraine.
Oh, no, I don't know anybody over there. I know they need it too.
They need it. They need it more than anybody else.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's a lot colder over there as well. But,
absolutely.
It is what it is. But we are here this morning, man, on this Olympian Table. I was out, missed you guys last week while we dealt with the midterms. Speaking of, man, that was an experience being there.
Now, was it an experience because predominantly you're a Republican and you're helping a family member up from the Democratic side?
I didn't look at it from that side. I think it was more of going through the emotion that they go through, right? Republican or Democrat, right? Going out and doing the work, because she's been working on it before, and this wasn't the first event that I went to help her with. And I've donated to her campaign and so on and so forth. But to be there and to actually be in the streets, talking to people, being at the polls, people shaking your hand, some not, actually being telling you to go jump off a cliff, some, that kind of stuff. And then kind of watching the screen as the numbers come in. Man, that's a real thing. We do it at home normally, just sitting there watching the TV screen while the news anchors talk about it and, pull up. But sitting there with a candidate, watching, and then you're seeing what's on the screen, but you're getting the backstory, the real backstory, watching, live as it's coming through. Because at one time, they had her behind, and then the new numbers came in, and she was up. And I was like, oh, man, this is a roller coaster, because it was almost like, where are we? What do we do?
Where was this, Georgia?
Alabama. Yeah, so it was fun, man. It was fun. Here's the unfortunate thing, okay? So Mobile County is probably comprised of, if I had to guess, which I wanted, let me see, I might be able to pull it up. But the city of Mobile is comprised, it's the largest, one of the largest cities in Alabama, behind Birmingham. But Mobile County probably comprises of 400,000 people plus, okay? The issue that she was having when she was showing me all these numbers and the configuration, there's a lot that goes into it, was getting people out to vote, which is always the push, right? Get out to vote. Get people out to vote. Get people out to vote. And it was one of those things where as we were seeing the numbers come in, and you're thinking in your head, okay, there's 400,000 people here. We know all of them aren't going to vote, but if we can get, I don't know, half to come out, you think, okay, that'd be a nice good run. Not even half. Let me see if I can pull up the number here. So we had all the numbers reporting. Let's see, Mobile District Attorney. I think she sent me something like.
But more younger people are voting now.
There were younger people out voting, which she's younger. She's not 40 yet. But man, I want to say that it was 60% of the people didn't even go to the poll. Didn't even go to the freaking poll, and it was a bit of a disappointment because you it's like,
is it because,
do you care? Do you even care? You complain because we talked to some people that were there, and man, they were just talking about, we don't have enough representation. We don't have this and we don't have that. Blah 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 blah. And it's like, well, you guys didn't turn out. Here it is, 100% of this is just in the general election across the board. 107,000 votes were cast. That's across the board, period, in every position. So there was only a 35% turnout.
That's nuts.
35%. That's not. I mean, I don't know, man. And you wonder.
It's tough getting people to vote.
It
I had
is.
to take out my wife for dinner on the night that she had to vote just to get her to vote.
she wasn't gonna go. Huh?
It wasn't in her plans.
Oh yeah, but it was fun though, man. It was fun being there, seeing how everything
From the
took
other side
place
of the
from
fence.
the other side. Being a voter, I couldn't vote, but I was able to see kind of what she went through and the whole emotion and the speeches that you give and all this other crap. So
And she was going for district attorney.
district attorney, county.
Is that the
Mobile
first
County.
time she's sort of?
Matter of fact, she was the first black woman to get that much. Man, 42,000 people voted for her. So she was able, because they do a lot of straight ticket stuff, she was able to help other people win numbers because, a lot of people were doing just straight tickets because they were voting for her.
Right.
But yeah, man, it was truly a good turnout on her behalf.
Go for it again next time around.
Well, we talked about that, and we didn't go into major detail because I'll talk to her again this weekend. But a lot of the folks were coming up to her, and they were saying that she's bigger than this. With the support that she got, she's greater than a district attorney. I was like mayor. It's like, man, she's got the numbers to do it. So I don't know. We'll see. We shall see. But that was fun. It was fun doing that. It's fun being a part of it. And she got 41,624 votes. He got 64,943. And if you looked at the numbers, man, he didn't do a whole lot of campaigning, but it was neck and neck there for a little bit. And we were like, oh man. But it was fun. It was fun. We enjoyed. So y'all, I'm sure y'all missed me because we couldn't be here to talk about this red wave.
Well, I was one of them that said, I really thought that the Republicans was going to come strong.
Man, that's because people listen to the media.
Well,
and these young folks don't want this red. They don't want it.
No, you see, I wasn't taking my signals from that. I was taking my signals from gases going up. And I think in America, people are very, very sensitive to gas because they've got big trucks and everything else. In Europe, although gas is more expensive, we drive smaller cars.
Right.
That's why I think electric cars are more popular in Europe, because we just don't travel the distances as what you do in America, especially when you've got no, like we said before, you've got no sidewalks here. We walk a little bit more. So, there's that as well. And with the diesel reserves going so low as they are, I think that's going to hit inflation. Plus, you've got the war going on.
Right.
And what happened last night with the two missiles. Well, now it's been revealed that apparently they reckon them two missiles were Ukrainian missiles.
Oh, really?
Yeah. The possibility is that they could have been Ukrainian missiles. So we will.
Well, I think the numbers are skewed, of course. And this is. I know you always pick at me, but I've told you before, I'm not a supporter. But I think the Trump stamp harmed some of the candidates.
It did.
I think it harmed one because contrary to popular belief in his world, I mean, I know there are people that follow blindly, but having his endorsement doesn't mean what he thinks it means. And anyone that believes that he's connected or that he's tied to it in any way, it could be a turnoff. Unfortunately, it could be a turnoff. And
Which he did.
Carrie Lake in Arizona, they thought she was gonna get in there. She lost. Now, surprise, your boy Herschel Walker. I was surprised that he was as close that they're in a runoff.
Right.
That shocked me. And you know what else shocked me? Fetterman in Pennsylvania. That dude is man, he's a death hanging on to a lifesaver, and they voted him in because people don't want Trump. And Dr. Oz probably wasn't the best candidate. I think there was a bit of arrogance going into it. People thinking, no, is this going to be this red wave because folks are upset about this and upset, which is probably true, but they're more upset about seeing him in the White House again. And lo and behold, he announces his candidacy last night, that he's going to run in 2024, which we all kind of assumed that anyways.
Mm-hmm.
But
I think both parties have got to clean house a little bit.
oh, they do. They really do.
It's not just the Republicans. I think both parties have to clean house. You know, I think I'm a little bit more on the leftist side of you, but I would feel better that America would do better, to be perfectly honest, with Ron DeSantis leading the Republican Party.
I agree.
Than Trump, and I think as a party it would make you stronger. Well, it would make you more electable.
It will, and I think the position that Trump is taking, because he's been denouncing Candace Owens. He said something about her. He said something about calling him Ron DeSantis.
Do you know what I don't like about the whole Trump thing? He's even got a name now for DeSantis.
That's what I said. Ron DeSantimonious.
I mean,
it's like, bro, really?
It's like, are you in the playground?
It's like, what are you doing?
And you're an 80-year-old man,
that's the issue with Trump. It's his ego. If he would keep his mouth shut, then he could be more presidential-like, at least, where people could at least get behind the policies, because that's really the only thing that drew me to him. Because personality or whatever, Donald Trump has been Donald Trump. That's just who he is. He hasn't changed. But him coming against his own people, man, I think the best ticket would be if DeSantis threw his hat in the ring, and really, because Ron DeSantis is presidential. He does have that decorum. Even when they asked him, one of the reporters asked him about the whole nickname that Trump gave him. He didn't.
I watched the video actually last night.
He didn't say his name.
He didn't acknowledge
when
it.
you're doing well, people will,
He
kind
says
of come at
when
you.
people, what was his answer? He says, well, when people come at you, they attack you.
Yeah,
when
they'll attack you.
They attack you.
When you're in the front,
and you've got to expect
exactly.
that in politics. And I'm like,
that's the answer.
That's a presidential answer.
Exactly. That's the answer. Obama was great at that. Obama was awesome at doing that. I mean, you can't find any clips where he was going off or calling somebody out of their name. Now, your grandpa up there, he gets out of hand sometimes, but he can't help it. He's an old guy. But yeah, man, it just makes for a difference in that position. So
do you know who Josh Shapiro is?
Who?
Josh Shapiro.
Josh Shapiro? I know who Ben Shapiro is.
Josh Shapiro, he won his Senate race. And he's a governor in
Pennsylvania.
He is very eloquent in how he talks, and I think he would make a great leader for the Democratic Party.
It needs some new blood in there, man. These old folks.
It really does.
And don't, Nancy Pelosi in there living in an $8 million house. How she get $8 million? Come on.
Well, she's got to keep building it because people are breaking in with hammers.
Yeah.
But, quite honestly, I mean, it needs some fresh blood in both parties. But if Trump stays in there, and if Trump gets through representing the nomination, Republican Party, 2024, it ain't going to be good.
I don't think they'll win. That it'll either Biden will stay, which is scary.
It's playing straight into the Democratic Party.
It would. I totally agree with you. I think in any way, I think if he wanted to serve as some kind of ambassador or something, maybe. But I just don't see now unless he joined up with DeSantis as a vice president. Now that would be a turn of events.
I don't think Trump's got the discipline or the.
Well, his ego is too big. That's why that probably won't happen. His ego is too big.
Yeah.
Because people love DeSantis.
I still think if Trump has anything to do with it, it'll turn people off. I mean, it's proved that on, I mean, I thought it would be a red wave. Traditionally,
it was more like a.
Traditionally, it always goes, the opposite way.
Like a red trickle, a red puddle.
And,
YMH Live.
Nothing happened.
I was very surprised.
I mean, but of course we knew Beto wasn't going to win in Texas because he comes too hard at guns, and it's like, bro, what are you doing? If you want to win, you can't push too hard on that. But
I don't know if that's. I would have liked to have seen a change in Texas.
He won't if he comes the way he does about guns. He will never win.
But he's not trying to take your guns away.
Yeah, he is. He said it. He already put it out there. Whether he's backed off of that or not, that clip is out there. It's already out there. If you look at the state and how they reported the precincts, every metropolitan area is blue. Austin, San Antonio, El Paso, Dallas, I think Fort Worth was red, Houston, all of them are blue. It's the rest of the state. Right. People that got the guns, we got guns too, but you're not going to win those votes, dude, coming at people like that. You gotta tickle something else in that area. So, anywho, that's enough.
I just think the whole thing with guns, you'll never take the guns away, regardless.
Oh no, you never will.
Because you're in it too much. It's like going into a bag of candy, and you've got all this candy in a bag, and it's like you've got so much candy in the bag, you'll never get it all out.
You're trying to go in for a peppermint, and it's all different kind.
Yeah,
you'll never be able to get it.
You just won't.
No, I agree.
It's past that point now.
So check this out. I was reading this article about this young man.
And before we discuss this, I'd just like to say you read some funny articles.
Hey man, I'm trying to find topics that are
discussion. Hey everybody, just listen to this. This is a very interesting article.
Hey man, when you put this hashtag in there, this will get us some, get some exposure. So check it out, right? So I'm all for inclusion for everyone being a part of whatever they want to be a part of, right? But we have to be real, okay? This young person, Brian Wynn, Sunday night won a pageant for Miss Greater Dairy 2023. This is up in New Hampshire. The first transgender contestant to win a local Miss America organization beauty pageant. Now, in the 100 years of the Miss America, this is the first time that this has ever happened. This person is actually on Instagram, and I'm gonna just say person because I don't know what their pronouns are. I don't want to offend anyone, but they are on social media, and this was an event. This was an event for young ladies, okay? Biologically born females. If you hit that little play there, Everett, we can kind of see the progression. Now, look at how this person towers over the rest of the contestants.
Can we skip to the good part?
That's it.
If I was dating any of them, it wouldn't have been that one.
Man. Now let's just be real for just a moment, right? Without not to be being offensive or anything. Miss America, we all know. I wasn't
being offensive. I was being real.
No, yeah. Miss America is a beauty pageant, okay? A beauty pageant. any of the rest of these young ladies, if you go back to the picture there, Everett, any of the rest of these young ladies are obviously prettier than this winner. I mean, come on, man. What are we doing? What are we doing? Where have we gotten to where this is what we've been subjected to, where this opportunity for this one of the other young ladies lost out?
The only way to get away from this transgender, this men's thing and this ladies thing is everybody competes together. Men, women, everybody.
And see that you can't do that though. That's the thing. You can't do
Everybody
it.
should compete together. Yeah, but the women's like the women's soccer team. They want the same amount of money as the men.
No way.
Right?
Yeah.
So in that case, okay, let's all play. Let's all play together. It's like ice dancing. We could have men dancing with men, and we could have ladies dancing with ladies. You could have pairs ice skating, men and men, and women and women. I mean, why not?
Man, I don't know who accepted this application for this contestant, but they never should have. It's not
They
fair.
would have accepted it because they thought, if I don't accept this, I could get into trouble.
And that's the thing. When are we going to some things you just got to separate, man. Don't get me wrong. When they started letting girls in the Boy Scouts, I had problems with that. It's like, come on, man. I can understand if there was no Girl Scouts. But it's like, come on. There's a Boy Scouts. There's a Girl Scouts. Pick one.
Or hell, just let some of the Boy Scouts activity into the Girl Scouts.
It's like, it makes no sense to me, man. We've got to have a dividing line. Otherwise, man, everything's going to be blurred. And when I saw this article, I was like, you got to be kidding me. You got to be kidding me. Because let's say my daughter came in second place. I would be upset. I'd be upset. That she lost to
They lost to what? You got to choose your word.
That she lost to this contestant. I would be upset.
Can you make that bigger so we can see the comments, the tweet comments?
They're probably all in support.
Actually, we have an Instagram picture that we could actually.
Oh yeah, go ahead and get into. I don't know if the Instagram is even on that one.
Yes, it is.
Oh, there we go. Let's go through the pictures.
Oh.
Okay, that's the group photo.
I am.
Look at that big old dress. My name is Brian Wynn. Okay, he's calling himself Brian. Brian is look at that girl standing next to Brian. She comes up to his nipple. Come on, man.
I mean, they're all.
Go to the next picture. No. Go back.
No.
Right there, little area. Yeah, there.
You think he'd call him?
Look right there.
You think he'd even have a bit more class and call himself Brianna Wynn or something?
Well, I thought that's what his name was, Brianna.
But it's Brian.
It's spelled Brian, but he said Brian. Click it again.
Oh dear God, she's tiny.
Look at the size difference in comparison. Come on, man. What are we doing? What are we doing? Keep going. Oh, that's some more wind pictures. But nevertheless, man, that stood out. Now I will say this.
Well, I'll even say this. Look, the girl to the right, she doesn't look too happy with the situation.
No, she doesn't.
With the grey, with the gold.
I assure
and all the others are probably putting on.
I assure you, not all of them are happy about it.
No, I doubt if any of them are happy about
There's
it.
no way. I'll be like, man, really? This is what we're doing? Okay. All right, whatever. I mean, don't get me wrong. We don't want to make anyone feel bad. If you want to compete, so be it. But you're not winning. A beauty pageant? Come on, y'all. Oh, but her spirit is so beautiful. Man, we don't see spirits in the beauty pageant. Get out of here with that.
Really?
Get out of here with that. So, yeah, I found that one. That was my first one.
And now here comes my favorite.
All right, so this next one, though, man. Whoo, buddy. All right, so Florida A&M University, Stephen, is a historically black college.
Come on, scroll down.
Oh,
Yeah.
No, I'm not going down. I'm not scrolling down.
It's a historically black college, and there was a young lady that was
Come on, scroll
graduating.
Down. Come on, scroll down. Come on.
She graduated, and she decided that she wanted to take her pictures on campus, her graduation pictures. Now, I don't know if this is one of the graduation pictures.
Oh, no, it's not.
But this is what she does. That is the picture.
Oh my God.
She decided to take on campus in front. Now, mind you, they were interviewing her, and she said, "Well, I can't confirm or deny whether I was on campus or not." So the guy says, "Is the snake statue on campus?"
Yes,
And she said, "Yes."
Hold on.
That's it.
Let's go back to this.
She's nude.
So, completely?
Yes.
Yes.
Wow.
I don't see any
And
underwear
is
there.
that a snake in the background?
Yeah, it's the
No,
Rattlers. The mascot is the Rattlers.
Oh, okay.
So it's a
And
snake
where's this, in Florida?
Yep.
in Florida A&M University.
Texas
And she
A&M.
what she
Just
said.
scroll down a little bit so we can see the photo.
Her
There you go.
quote: "It was a Medusa-inspired wig, while she's wearing these red-bottom Christian Louboutin heels."
Well, at least she's wearing heels.
And she says, anybody who knows me knows I've been dressing provocative all my life. And that kind of comes with it. But in the article, she says something about
Go up to the
she
go to
was-
the photo with the snake while we're talking. No, but while we're talking, so people.
She said they asked her why was she on campus naked, bent over. Supposedly she's talking about she's highlighting her master's degree and so on and so forth. I don't know. It's ridiculous, man, to even see this. She should have deleted the picture. It never should have been on there. But that is
But you
part
know
of
what
her life.
I'll say, in all fairness, it is artistic.
Artistic.
Not from a nudity part. I mean, the nudity.
Hey, it's genius to
You
put
know,
it there
But
if
it's-
you're
but-
for the
but-
reasons.
But the whole thought of with the whole idea with the snakes out
the
of
snakes,
there,
Medusa hair,
I
yeah.
think it is very artistic. It's just a case of whether that's the place that you would
On campus,
On
right?
campus.
And I think that's the problem.
bring
Now
in nudity into that.
they made mention about something about taking her degree or whatever. That's ridiculous. She did the work. She did the classes.
And
You're not
it's
you're
not
not
as if
taking her.
It's not as if her boobies aren't.
Yeah. Well, her booty is though. Her booty is there.
But is a booty that bad? If you show your booty, do you think it's that bad? I mean, if you go to France or Europe, I mean, they've got these thongs and
They've got
their
the beaches, right?
Right.
Depends
But
on
at
the
least
nudity
they
law
cover
of
up.
the state.
At least they cover up their boobies with their.
I think her problem has she done this and they were just her own pictures. She didn't post them on Instagram. We wouldn't be having this conversation. But the fact that she put them out there, I think that's what her problem, her issue is. And she made some comment about
Here's the other issue: when you get something like this, where does it stop?
right. Where does it stop? Because the next person going to take it up another level.
Oh, okay.
They might get out there with a real snake or something.
That would be fun.
When I went to my daughter's, graduation ceremony,
Mhm.
I mean, some of them was doing some
Crazy stuff.
crazy stuff. Yeah,
Oh yeah, and they do,
they do.
and they do.
Which was the move where they went through their graduation,
Oh, they.
and he wore his graduation gown and he was nude at the back.
Oh, one of the guys
It
was.
was a famous
Oh.
movie.
Yeah, I don't even remember. I know what you're talking
know,
about,
yeah.
though. Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
But I mean, that's the point. Where does
Yeah.
it stop? But it is creative. But at the same time, is that
It's not appropriate.
Is that absolutely?
It's not appropriate.
Absolutely.
So, on some other news, still sticking into that whole college vein, University of Idaho, the state known for the potatoes,
Classic.
man, they 4 students were found in an apartment. They're calling it a crime of passion. Now, since this article, they have put out kind of what happened on it, but I don't know. We might be able to play a little bit of that video
Yeah.
from the news.
Okay, yeah, no problem.
Let me see here. we won't play the whole thing. We'll play a little bit.
Fox 10's Marissa Starback has more tonight. Marissa?
Christina, John, we are getting very, very limited information from the Moscow Police Department in Idaho, but they have confirmed at this point they are investigating a quadruple homicide, and they have also confirmed all 4 people inside that home at the time were University of Idaho students. And we do know one of those, Zaina Kernoodle, was a 20-year-old victim, and she was also a student at the University of Idaho, and she was from here, Avondale, Arizona. Now, we also know the other 3 victims, this, is that one of them were her boyfriend from Washington, and the other 2 were 21-year-olds also from Idaho. Now, the university has also confirmed they were students. Officers responded to a report of an unconscious person around noon on Sunday, but when they arrived, they discovered all 4 of those students were already dead inside the home. Moscow PD has been extremely tight-lipped in this case, saying all details are limited and that they do not have anyone in custody. The department claims there is no outstanding risk to the community.
All right, so the details on this, of course, weren't readily available once this was out, but they mentioned that there was a call about an unconscious person in the house. So somebody called, and then when the cops showed up, 4 people inside dead. Boyfriend, girlfriend, 2 20-year-olds, 2 21-year-olds. Since then, they've said that they were stabbed to death. If someone walked in this door right now, one of us better get out. I'm just saying.
I'm the first one to get in now.
Well, actually, you probably get stabbed first because you by the door. But what I'm saying is there's 4 people, and there's one assailant with a knife, and no one got out. There's something fishy with that. I don't know.
So what are you saying?
Maybe
It's
they
a
were
suicide pact, or
that's kind of what I'm getting at. Either they that one person did them and did himself, or something. It just seems fishy, man. 4 people with one knife. I don't know. I don't know. But this is in the city of Moscow, Idaho, and 4 students found in a house off campus, and of course it's right before Thanksgiving, so I'm sure there's a lot of
Was that 2 of them?
confusion. That's 2 of the girls, yeah.
Good-looking girls.
Yeah, 2 of the girls, man. It's sad that happened right before the holidays, man. I'm sure folks are affected. People that knew them, that may have taken classes with them. So, our thoughts and prayers go, as they always say, to those up there in Idaho. All righty, moving right along. So, you know a young man. Well, he's an old man now, by the name of Michael Jordan, yes?
Uh-huh.
He had sons. Michael, Jeffrey Jordan Jr., and Marcus Jordan. You know, on that basketball team, he played with a guy by the name of Scottie Pippen.
Right.
For years. They won championships. They were together. You know, I would stretch to say they might have been friends.
Pippen was also down in Houston.
Yeah, he played for Houston as well, and for the Blazers. Mm-hmm. But in Chicago, they were, he was the right-hand man. They together won championships. So you figure if you and I are on the team of something that, I might know your kid. We get together, blah, 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 so on and so forth. You know my kids. There would be no stretch of the imagination that one day my son would be dating your wife. Would never think of that about that. With us winning championships in basketball, Scottie Pippen's wife, ex-wife, is dating Michael Jordan's son. Scandalous. So, a little bit of a backstory. A while back, they saw them together, and she kept denying, oh, well, no, we're just friends, whatever, blah, 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 such and such and such. Well, this time, when it came out, they didn't deny it. And, there was no turning back at this point. So, man, I just feel like some things are just off limits. You know what I'm saying? This woman, now she's 48 years old. Now, Don't get me wrong. She's not a bad-looking woman at 48. Not a bad-looking woman at 48 years old. Nice body. But she is what we called
toy boy
in no man's land. She is beyond repair as far as really finding somebody of caliber of her age, like a Scottie Pippen, probably to marry her. So going with the young guy, the 31-year-old guy, somebody 17 years her junior. Now they booed up. They on the beach, doing their thing. There they are, all snuggled up, kissing.
Ooh,
at the concert.
We got video too.
I hope they're very happy together.
What? I don't know, man. What are your thoughts? Now, Scottie Pippen's not married to her anymore. But they were married.
I'd like to know what Michael Jordan's feelings are on it.
Well, they were married for 23 years, and they have 4 kids together.
Ugh.
They have 4 kids.
Oh my
Now, what I
God.
don't know,
It would be even funnier if their kids had play dates and now,
man, now I'm your stepdaddy, son.
oh my God, your mom chooses now.
My personal feeling is, look, if they're happy, they're happy, and I wish them
What?
well.
Come on, Steven.
Yeah.
Oh, dude, you be shocked.
No, there's no.
It takes all types of people to make the world happy.
So here's the thing, right? So
whether I agree with it or not doesn't matter.
Well, that's what we're trying to find out, man. What you think?
Yeah.
Give me your real thoughts.
I mean,
So, Scottie Pippen's son plays for the Lakers now. I think
really?
he's for the Lakers. Yeah, Scottie Pippen Jr.
How about Jordan's kids? Any of them playing?
I think he had one that was playing. Let me see if he. Let me see. He was playing his children. I know Marcus is not. He used to play in college, but he does not play now. Let me see if Jeffrey Michael Jordan. That was the one.
Kids do? What do they do?
What do they do?
Uh-huh.
Well, Marcus Jordan bangs Scottie Pippen's ex-wife. That's what he does. Oh man, the other one, Jeffrey Michael Jordan. I don't think he does anything. I think he's just
Not banging nobody.
no. I thought he played in the NBA for a little while, or he went undrafted or whatever.
Oh wait, one of Jordan's kids is actually gay. Is gay. Look at that.
One of whose kids?
Michael Jordan's.
It must be a girl.
Nope, dude.
Which one?
Hold on.
I think it's only 2 boys. Jeffrey Michael and Marcus. And Marcus got a hot girlfriend. She old, but hey, his friends are probably envying him.
Yeah. Michael Jeffrey Jordan. I am thinking of someone else entirely.
Oh yeah, I'm about to say I think you got that wrong, man. Anywho,
I'll be damned. Okay, so it's Jeffrey Michael Jordan who's actually in basketball, or was.
wasn't that they were both in basketball, but they didn't go to the league, or weren't drafted, shall I say?
And Victoria was in a minor league WNBA.
Yeah.
So that's pretty much it.
But yeah, man, that was surprising to me, man, to have your
So
teammate
last
and friend.
Pippen, she's bought a Miami penthouse.
Huh?
Is that where they're shacking
I think
up?
that's where they live now. I don't know if they got a restaurant or.
So they're living in Miami
I think she's in Miami. Yeah.
and they're shacking up.
Yep. They're shacking up, man.
Shacking up.
They are. But it is what it is. It's a cold world out here. She was on a reality. She's on that Real Housewives of Miami show. At least she was when it was out. So terrible. But anywho, man, that's what I had, man. I don't know if you had something else you wanted to cover today, but
Okay, now I know where I got the mistake from. The son I was talking about was the son of Magic John.
oh yeah, that's different. Yeah, we know he gay.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's been out for a while. He's a personality, pretty popular online. So.
So what do you think? So what do you think of Mr. Trump has announced his election?
Oh yeah, we talked about that. Yeah,
right.
he did
so
yesterday.
What do you think? What do you think? How do you think the Republican Party will treat him?
I think it's going to be split because everybody's not on board with Trump anymore. I think his.
Do you think McCarthy's on board with him?
Probably not.
Because didn't Trump make a comment that he wasn't strong enough?
Yeah, I think a lot of people that was in Trump's corner probably won't be like they were.
And then McConnell, there's somebody that wants to. Is it Rick Scott? They're looking at
running against him.
Running against McConnell.
Oh, possibly. Yeah, possibly. I mean, I just wish that the Republican Party could get on the same page. And my ultimate wish for Christmas, Santa Claus, if you're listening, is that we could have a real third option that could be viable. Somebody that decides they're going to flip and say, I'm sick of both of these fools, and this is what I'm going to do, and I'm bringing all my people.
But this is what I noticed this election, more people voted for independence.
Oh, yeah.
Than ever before.
The numbers are growing.
Well, with the rules that you have, which is you've got to get more than 50%,
yeah,
it really screws it up.
It does. We get that. So that rule has to change.
It has to change.
Yeah, that rule has to change.
Because in Europe, what happens when you vote is everybody has a percentage of that vote. Now, theoretically, if you have the highest percentage, say it's 40% is your highest percentage, and then you've got 2 or 3 parties that are on the remainder of the 60%. The one that actually controls that area is the one with 40%.
That makes sense to me.
All right. But then what happens when it goes to on a higher level, it's the smaller parties where that's where the negotiation goes on, and that's where you don't get so much brutality if you want to.
Yeah.
You know, I just want the name calling to stop. I think that's where a lot of our divisions start. When the name calling starts.
When they start making it personal.
Then it just spreads onto the people, and then it spreads to the streets.
Because there should be a level of decorum that's there, even if we disagree.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
See, Silver Trade isn't dead yet.
Yep. All right.
Let me see where the market was today. I haven't.
Has it gone up, or did it fall?
Let's see. Shoot, it had been up. No. On my CMEX shares up. It's down. Yeah, it's down.
Dow's up.
Dow's up just a little bit, just a squeak.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Shoot, everything's red today.
And wasn't?
Oh, I forgot. I don't even know if I told you my Twitter feed. Remember I told you that went away? That was just on my system. It's back on now.
Okay.
What were you going to ask?
Do you mean to say Musk didn't discontinue your account?
No, we didn't. But did you hear that he's backing off of some of those things, those changes? Supposedly, I haven't got on the details.
This is where me and you are very different. Okay, when you say that the trickle down effect. I mean, if you look at the trickle down effect, Amazon are about to make 11,000 people unemployed.
I don't know.
Yeah. Twitter were making 3,700 people unemployed. Did you know that by all accounts, there was an article yesterday that I read that apparently Twitter lunches were costing an average of $400?
Oh yeah, I saw that. There's no.
That's just nuts.
There's no surprise they were broke.
That's just nuts.
That's ridiculous.
That
is. You know what it reminded me of? Enron. The Enron.
Oh, there's me thinking you're going to say my company.
No. No, the Enron days, man. I can remember people talking about the stuff that they used to get at Enron, and they had all this. And people, you worked at Enron, it was kind of like almost like a cult. You felt like you were just, above everybody. But man, that stuff is not sustainable at all. We know what happened with those fools. But yeah.
And do you think he'll put it back on the stock market when he gets it all taken care of?
Well, it's back on, but I don't know that the value is going to stay where it is. It's at like $53. Oh, sheesh! Look at Amazon. Is that the Amazon?
That is the Amazon.
I hope so. I bought some of them the other day. Yeah, the thing that worries me more than else about a lot of these stocks is I feel that the stocks will go up before Christmas because you've got Amazon, you've got a lot of the retail stocks. A lot of the retail stocks will get stronger because you've got, hopefully people will be buying at Christmas.
Yeah, Amazon, it hadn't been below 100 in a while, man. That's a big tank. I might need to go get some more of it. So we'll see. Anywho, this again is not a advice for investments or finances or anything like that. We just talk about our own personal. Please positions.
Like and subscribe. We just talk about putting it politely, all the daily shit that's out there.
Yes, we do. If you are watching, please like. That is the metric that YouTube puts this in front of other people, so it gets us the look that we need. So please get out there and like, subscribe. If you need anything from either one of us. All of our information is down in the description box below.
What do you think of the inflation? Inflation was down last week. What do you think? Do you think it'll?
Well, I mean, dang, could it have gotten any higher? I mean,
yeah, but it was
enough.
Lower than they thought.
Well, came down lower than they thought, but it's until the next report comes out,
we'll have to see. When due out? December.
I think they do a follow up next.
No, your inflation. Your insurance didn't go because of inflation. Your insurance went up because of all the claims that they've had.
Right. There's been an excessive amount of claims.
We've just had one property where our insurance went up 70%.
Oh my God.
And we had another one that went up 27%.
Trying to find a damn new insurance after that was a pain.
The next one is January.
Insurance has really been hit hard. We've just had one insurance policy gone up from $140,000 to $230,000.
Oh my God!
On one of the properties that we managed. What was that, James?
Let me see. I thought I saw something with it being in January. Let me make sure.
So we haven't got another one till January.
Hold on.
All right, cool.
Hold on. Calendar.
A lot of it's to do with all the claims that we've had.
Oh no, December the 13th. There'll be some economic projection meetings then on the 13th.
So it'll either be doom and gloom.
Yeah, so in about a month we'll hear something, hopefully. But it was good for rates. It kind of shifted them a little bit. I've been seeing home prices come down a bit. There was a builder home. I won't put any names out there, but it was listed for $563 in July.
Was this the one that was $180,000 off?
It's $420 now.
Yeah, probably the same one that you and me was looking at.
$420. It's ridiculous.
It's not ridiculous.
It is ridiculous that if they could have
closed it back then, overpricing it in the first place.
Totally overpricing it. Of course.
Abusing. Well, it's capitalism. No, it's not. It's abusing people.
It is.
But yeah,
what else?
That's it for another week, I guess.
Yeah, that's it.
So
it's been good.
You'll be here next week?
Next week I will be here. Yep, absolutely.
Thanksgiving week.
Oh dang, that's Wednesday?
Yes. No, wait, that's Thursday.
Well, shoot, Wednesday.
Thanksgiving's Thursday.
Oh shoot, we ought to just enjoy the week then, man, and pick up afterwards. What you think?
No, I think we should do the Olympian Table.
Yeah, no, I think we should.
We can talk about the different ways to.
I will not be here
to deal with the turkey.
We'll pick up after the holiday. Y'all enjoy your turkey. Don't eat too much. Get the tryptophan.
And make a comment on the best way to cook your turkey.
Yeah, let us know what your thoughts are.
What are some of the ways they cook turkey down here is ridiculous. You can roast it, you can fry it, you can deep fry it.
Oh
Yeah, deep fry it. Yeah, all of it. You can smoke it.
You can.
But your arms get tired holding that thing up. You know, when it gets a little heavy, you got to get a small one.
Just fill it with cannabis and smoke it.
Yeah.
All right, guys. You have a good week. Please like and subscribe.
All right, thanks.
Take care.
All right.
Bye-bye.